reckon German audiences appreciate what you guys do a bit more than back here in Australia?
Yeah, I think that Australia's got a bit of an uncool vibe around rock music at the moment, you know, in general sort of popular culture, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas here, they sort of embrace just about everything, you know. You got, just the lineup of the tour that we're on with us and Apocalyptica in Australia, I don't think that would ever happen because we're so vastly different, but here it's kind of embraced as a cool coming together of two different styles of rock music. And yeah, I guess when we play here, the crowds kind of dig the exoticness of a band coming all the way from Australia and doing something that doesn't sound like AC/DC, I guess.
I think we've kind of lost a bit of our diversity in the music. Like about 20, 30 years ago, there was so much different types of stuff in the charts. Now it's all really dominated by hip-hop or whatever. Yeah,
I don't like whinging about it, I guess, because, it's the whole reason why we've come over here, and, you know, to get to a market that kind of digs our stuff. But I think Australia it needs to grow a bit and be okay with liking stuff that isn't cool and stop worrying so much about what's in vogue, you know, and what's in fashion everywhere else in the world, and just worry about what people personally like. I think once people can do that, it will be right. Plus, if you can get some diversity of, you know, radio stations, that'd be a big step forward too.
Yeah, absolutely. Seems like there's a lot of bands heading overseas to take the career to the next level. I guess you just go where your audience is.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so much easier to tour over here. You know, Australia's huge and it's not filled with a lot of people, whereas, you know, Europe is the same size as Australia, but there's a shitload more people, and, you know, you're going through countries like you're going through suburbs, basically, when you're in Australia, so it makes a lot more sense. It's, you know, because it's cheaper, there's more people, and, you know, for a band from Australia like us, it's fucking fun.
Do you think it could be a permanent move sometime in the future for you guys to move over there?
Probably not, only because we've got family and that sort of thing. Yep. For me, it's not the kind of place that I'd love to live. My brother lives over here and he's embraced it and, you know, speaks fluent German now and everything like that. But for me, I'd have a lot of issues with the language barrier, and there's no way I'm moving to England because I don't know if you've ever been there, but fuck that.
Do you find the audiences respond to your songs pretty good, even though there might be a language barrier?
I'm not sure. I mean, they sing along without hassle. I mean, well, I'm not sure if they're singing the right lyrics, but they seem to dig it. The language barrier isn't massive, if I'm honest. It's just I find myself having to dumb down the things I say. But yeah, other than that, the shows all go off fine, and I get the feeling that if I say something that's a little bit wordy over the mic, sometimes the translation gets lost a little bit.
With the release of the new album, Water for Thirsty Dogs, how would you say the band has progressed since the previous album?
I think the songwriting's come a long way. I mean, we spent so much time with this one, rehearsing and really honing the songs and taking them to places that we were unfamiliar with, I guess. You know, the whole premise of this album was to push our boundaries and see how far we could, you know, go beyond our comfort zone and see if there were, you know, there was another sound out there that we could, you know, experiment with. So I think in having that time and being able to really push ourselves and get uncomfortable in the sonic space that we were creating, it really helped us open up new worlds of stuff stuff that we hated, stuff that we didn't want to do, but also stuff that we never thought was possible for the Trace of sound. So in doing that and honing the songs and creating shorter songs and hookier lyrics and stuff like that, we were really really intent on making these songs never have a boring second in them. So a lot of time went into crafting songs and really getting the songwriting down.
Okay.
And along with that, when we went over to LA to record with Eric Rikers at Echo THRS Studios, we gave him a bit more of a broader goal to the sonic characteristics of the album, and him being the sort of genius that he is, we just say, look, man, we want it to sound really aggressive, loud, and obnoxious, and you go ahead and do that. and he just pulled the sound that was in our head, and that'd be what would come out the speakers every day. He was really great at taking what we thought we wanted and really, smashing it out of the park. So I think with the songwriting, the sort of slight change in direction, I guess, and the sound of it, I think it's bumped up a level.
I was going to say, it seems, for lack of a better term, I think it sounds a bit more mature, but you still got the Tracer vibe all the way through it.
Yeah, it should be interesting for the next one, especially because in doing it, we realised, getting uncomfortable is actually a really great way to boost your creativity and see how far you can push things. So I'm really excited to see what comes out of the next sort of songwriting sessions that we get stuck into.
Okay. Your single that you just, or one of the two singles you released, Homeward Bound, it's a really changed with direction but still has the Tracer sound to it. Is there a story behind this one?
Yeah, I had, you sort of get sick or tired of playing like riffs, I guess, sometimes. The riff starts to sound the same, and it was one of those things like, let's write a song based around chordal structures and melody, and that sort of came out of a jam with that, and I was just fiddling around with some chords and really liked the verse that I came up with and how they sort of changed key from the chorus and that sort of thing, and when we sort of played it through with no lyrics, we realised that it was going to be a song that was so reliant on the vocal melody that it had to be really good. So it became a challenge to see if we could write more pop-orientated melodies to make the song actually work, and Homeward Bound sort of popped out. I guess, getting a bit older and, getting families and girlfriends and whatnot, there was a vibe, of being on tour and really genuinely missing home for the last couple of tours. So that came out in that song.
When you are on tour and you've been there for a long time, what do you do to keep your sanity?
I tend to do gym work and work out. That sort of helps me keep a bit of a routine going. But I don't know, we're so used to it now that there is a daily sort of routine that it's not so much being on road, being sane on the road, it's being sane when you're off of it, because that routine goes out the window.
Okay.
And a lot of bands and people that come on tour with bands, they get post-tour depression and stuff like that, because you realise that the life in the world that you're living in for the 2 months that you're on tour, nobody understands, because it's completely different. It's like it's another world when you're on tour, and everything sort of has its place. You're sort of living outside the law a little bit, and all that sort of thing. Then from home, you get stuck back into your day jobs and daily normal life. Being a shock to the system, not the actual being on the road.
Something that people, just the fans, don't really think about, just different types of lives that you guys lead.
That's the thing. I mean, the fans see the band up there, and and it's almost like characters on stage. I think that being a fan of bands myself, if I go and see the Foo Fighters, I don't see them as Dave Grohl, the father. And that's why people go to rock concerts. So to see these people that are out of reach, I guess. That's why I go.
Yeah, a bit of an escapism from the daily grind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, when you're up on stage, what is the best thing about performing your music to a live audience?
I love just playing, if I'm honest, and I love being able to lose it all and leave it all out on the stage. I think that's the coolest thing. You get to have that release every day when you're on tour as well. And, you know, because we work really hard, we rehearse hard and practice, you know, quite a lot. I know how many other bands work as hard as we do behind the scenes. But it's also that when we get on stage, we don't have to worry about the notes we're playing or anything like that. All we have to do is put on a fucking show and have fun. And that's the coolest fucking job on earth, you know?
Nice. So what's next for Tracer in the coming year?
Yeah, so after this tour, we're looking to get back on the road right at the start of next year. And I think that we're working on an Australian run of shows as well, which is exciting.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I think we're coming back to Europe at the start of next year as well. And then it's probably writing for another album, because we like to keep the gaps kind of short between album cycles, because, I mean, we were writing Water for Thirsty Dogs 2 years ago. So even though we haven't played them live yet, those songs are well ingrained in our psyche, I guess. And it's time for us to get all the jams that we've done, you know, in time in between, and make them into songs.
Okay. Could you see any further singles getting released from this album? Yeah. I mean, there's been talk around 2 or 3 additional singles, but we'll have to see how things go and see how much money we've got in the kit to pay for the promo push and everything like that, and do film clips. Yeah. That being said, our last 2 film clips cost about $100 each, so really,
we're pretty good at doing. Yeah, we're pretty good at doing cheap ones. Wow,
you wouldn't have believed that.
Yeah, well, the German management said, "Okay, guys, we need a video that's really, really great, of the highest quality, something that can go viral, and you've got $0 to do it, and we need it in 2 weeks." So, like, hell. But yeah, I mean, the good thing about having 3 creative dudes, and Jet's got a bit of a film background as well, is that, you know, you can come up with these ideas, and because we all want to do it and have to do it, it's cool, you know. And the Astronaut Juggernaut film clip, for instance, that was an idea that Jet had for quite some time, and it was just waiting for the right song and moment to use that idea. So, and it fucking worked wickedly, I think.
Do you get much radio play of these songs overseas?
Yeah. The UK's been spinning Astronaut Juggernaut and Homeward Bound, and I think there's a couple of in Germany as well that are playing Homeward Bound as well. So yeah, our whole album's doing quite well over here, and I'm looking forward to doing these shows just to see if that actually turns out the bums on the seats. Nice,
that's awesome. They've got multiple rock stations over in the UK, don't they, and in Germany?
Yeah, well, the UK is where we've had most of our success over here, and they've got a few dedicated rock stations that are like a national, like BBC type broadcast. And that's what I was saying before about Australian radio. We need to get that. You know, we've got one national radio station in Triple J, and, you know, you've got your Triple M's that, you know, run in separate states. But if we could get, you know, a few dedicated genre-specific radio stations that are national, you know, it'd just open up the world of music for any band or any artist, because you have like a dedicated station to listen to, and that's why we've done so well in the UK, because it's got, well, the 3 radio stations in the UK that we're on. One's a classic rock radio station, one's a more modern rock radio station, and one's like a general rock radio station playing new and old stuff. So it gives people like 3 different great options for, you know, listening to rock every day, and we're on all of them.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I think that's part of the problem here too. Triple M can pretty much play anything they want because they've got no real competition in commercial radio.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if we get classic Triple M in Adelaide, and it's fucking terrible.
Might be time to start building up the community radio stations, promoting them.
Yeah, absolutely. The problem is that none of them are national, you know what I mean?
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, we'll do whatever it takes. And in this day and age of the internet and, everything's connected through that thing. You've got the digital radio stations and, Spotify and iMusic and all that crap.
Yep.
If you work it smartly, you can make it work.
Do you guys have a thought-out plan for where you want to be in the next 5-10 years? Have you thought that far ahead?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've put management over here in Berlin, and we're actually having a meeting with them in a couple of days just to run through that plan and solidify a 12-month plan and all things like that. But yeah, I mean, we've got a plan, and like with all things in the music business, it changes every 5 minutes, but we know what we're after, and that's to play music for life type thing. If we can quit our jobs and tour and write music constantly, that would be pretty much ideal for us.